Welcome to QuizRad, the best place for fun, interactive quizzes. In today's video, we're diving into one of the most pivotal moments in human history, the fall of man. Do you know why humanity fell from grace? This quiz will take you through the story of Adam and Eve, the temptation in the Garden of Eden, and the lasting consequences of their disobedience. From the serpent's deception to the tree of knowledge, we'll uncover the deeper meaning behind this event and its impact on humanity's relationship with God. You'll have 25 questions to test your knowledge, with just 10 seconds to answer each one. So stay sharp, grab a pen and paper, and let's see if you truly understand the fall of man, or if there's more to learn about this defining moment. Let's begin! But before that, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to QuizRad in 3, 2, 1. Ready? Let's go! When Adam was created, God saw that it was not good for man to be alone. What was the first thing God did to address this? Created the animals to keep Adam company. Created Eve from Adam's side, or gave Adam the ability to speak. Created Eve from Adam's side. What was the unique role Adam was given in the Garden of Eden before the fall? Protector of the garden, caretaker and cultivator of creation, or leader of the animals? Caretaker and cultivator of creation. What was the first thing Adam and Eve noticed after eating the forbidden fruit? They could hear angels singing. They felt guilty and ashamed. Or they felt powerful. They felt guilty and ashamed. True or false time? Is this statement true or false? The Bible was originally written entirely in English. Yes, you are right. It's false. The Bible was originally written in Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek, long before English even existed. English translations came much later. Why was Eve created as a helper for Adam rather than another ruler of creation? To assist in spiritual leadership, to be his companion in partnership, or to become the caretaker of the animals? To be his companion in partnership. What does Eve's name mean in Hebrew, and why is it significant? Life, because she is the mother of all living. Wisdom, because she brought knowledge. Or faith, because she trusted in God's plan. Life, because she is the mother of all living. What specific command did God give Adam regarding the fruit from the tree of knowledge? Eat from every tree, but not this one. Do not eat or even touch it. Or you may eat it after the seventh day. Do not eat or even touch it. Don't forget to comment your score at the end of this video. Make sure to like and subscribe to QuizRad for more fun content and share it with your friends to help increase their knowledge. Why did Eve not die immediately after eating the fruit? God God's grace protected her. She did not eat it alone. Or the curse had a delayed effect. The curse had a delayed effect. What did the serpent promise Eve would happen if she ate the fruit? She would become immortal. She would know good and evil, like God. Or she would gain supernatural powers. She would know good and evil, like God. How did Eve's reaction to the serpent's words show her vulnerability? She believed the serpent and saw the fruit as desirable. She rejected the serpent's temptation outright. Or she doubted God's goodness. She believed the serpent and saw the fruit as desirable. Did you know? The Bible is the most translated book in the world. As of now, parts of it have been translated into over 3,500 languages, making it accessible to nearly every culture and community on Earth. Talk about a worldwide bestseller. Adam's disobedience was significant for humanity. What does his sin primarily represent in Christian theology? A deliberate act of rebellion against God, a misunderstanding of God's will, or a minor disobedience? A deliberate act of rebellion against God. What did God say to Adam immediately after their sin? You will work the land forever. Where are you and why are you hiding? Or you will face punishment for your actions. Where are you and why are you hiding? After the fall, Adam and Eve tried to cover their nakedness. What did they use initially? Animal skins, fig leaves, or sacred garments. Fig leaves. It's memory time. Remember the positions of these images. Okay, now tell me, this image is on which number? Yes, you are right! How did the curse on Eve affect future generations? Painful labor and submission in marriage, loss of eternal beauty, or a life of constant wandering. Painful labor and submission in marriage. How did the curse on Adam change the relationship between man and creation? The land would no longer yield easily, and work would be painful. He would rule over all of creation, or nature would become more abundant. The land would no longer yield easily, and work would be painful. What did God place to guard the entrance to the Garden of Eden after Adam and Eve were banished? A wall of fire, cherubim with a flaming sword, or a large stone gate? Cherubim with a flaming sword. Can you guess the odd one out? Yes, you found it! What was the first emotional consequence Adam and Eve experienced after sinning? Joy and peace, fear and shame, or anger and regret? Fear and shame. How did the fall affect the world beyond Adam and Eve? Creation itself began to decay and suffer from sin. Humans were no longer able to speak, or nature flourished and grew uncontrollably. Creation itself began to decay and suffer from sin. According to Christian belief, death entered the world as a result of the fall. Which type of death was introduced? Physical death and spiritual separation from God, eternal life in hell, or the end of emotional suffering? Physical death and spiritual separation from God. Would you rather spend 40 days in the wilderness like Jesus, or build an ark like Noah and live with animals for weeks? Comment down below. How did human relationships change after the fall? Humans became more loving and compassionate. Enmity between men and women and hostility between people increased. Or all people lived in harmony. Enmity between men and women and hostility between people increased. Which of these statements best represents the human condition after the fall? Humanity became morally perfect. Humanity inherited a nature inclined towards sin and death. Or humanity received complete knowledge of good and evil. Humanity inherited a nature inclined towards sin and death. The fall of man is often seen as the start of humanity's struggle between good and evil. Which theological concept does this emphasize? Human free will and moral responsibility, divine predestination, or human helplessness? Human free will and moral responsibility. Don't forget to comment your score at the end of this video. Make sure to like and subscribe to QuizRad for more fun content and share it with your friends to help increase their knowledge. In Christian thought, what does the tree of knowledge symbolize? The possibility of eternal life, the temptation to be like God, knowing good and evil, or the importance of wisdom and learning? The temptation to be like God, knowing good and evil. Why was it significant that Adam and Eve were given animal skins as clothing after their sin? It symbolized God's sacrifice and atonement for sin. It represented their rejection of Eden. Or it marked the beginning of human civilization. It symbolized God's sacrifice and atonement for sin. What does the serpent's role in the Garden of Eden represent in theological terms? The presence of evil and temptation in the world, the adversary that leads to wisdom, or the messenger of God. The presence of evil and temptation in the world. True or false time? Is this statement true or false? The Bible is made up of two main parts, the Old Testament and the New Testament. Yes, you are right, it's true. The Old Testament contains text before the life of Jesus, while the New Testament focuses on his life, teachings, and the early Christian church. Genesis 3:15 contains the first prophecy of redemption. What is this first promise? God will defeat the serpent through the offspring of Eve. Humanity will rebuild the Garden of Eden. Or the serpent will forever rule over humans. God will defeat the serpent through the offspring of Eve. You made it to the end. Great job exploring the story of the fall of man. Whether you knew all the answers or discovered new insights, understanding this pivotal moment helps us reflect on faith, temptation, and redemption. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more thought-provoking discussions on faith, theology, and biblical history.